Awareness is often a ceiling light that never turns off. It illuminates every pause, every shift in tone, and every fracture beneath the surface, even when the soul wants rest. Most people move through life with the lights dimmed just enough to function. They notice what they need to notice to get through the day and ignore the rest. An over-aware mind processes simple moments by scanning for unspoken tension before it has a name. You feel the weight of what wasn't written in a text, or catch the half-second a smile fades too early. This constant wakefulness is a nervous system that has forgotten how to rest. It turns daily life into an equation that is constantly running in the background, making it impossible to simply be. This diagram illustrates metacognition, thinking about your own thinking. For the highly aware, this internal surveillance rarely shuts off. You exist in a dual reality. One side of you participates in the moment, while the other side is observing, calculating, and adjusting. You are half living and half monitoring. Overanalyzing joy creates immediate distance from the feeling. You can feel happy and simultaneously step outside of it, watching yourself be happy and wondering how long it will last. You perfect the steps of the dance, but you lose the music. This surveillance feels intelligent and responsible. However, over time, precision replaces presence. You become so busy solving what life means that you are rarely allowed to inhabit it. Seeing behind the curtain of human behavior reveals the strings, the lighting, and the fragile mechanics holding social interactions together. You notice that kindness often carries conditions, and affection can come with unspoken expectations. This insight triggers a quiet grief, the loss of relational innocence. Compliments feel layered, apologies feel incomplete, and it becomes difficult to take words as words or love as something uncomplicated. Cognitive empathy runs constantly in the background. It tracks the emotional weight beneath a sentence, the tightness in a voice, and the moment a friend's eyes look away. For the highly aware, empathy transitions into physical absorption. Emotions move into you. A tense room leaves your chest tight. A friend's unspoken sadness follows you home and lingers in your own body long after the conversation ends. You become the emotional container for the room, absorbing and smoothing out the energy of others. You are the one who chooses words carefully and knows exactly when to soften your tone to keep everyone else safe. This relentless empathy creates profound isolation. Because you are always the one who understands, others rarely think to check whether you need understanding too. This diagram shows how exhaustion manifests in the physical body through interoception, the heightened sensitivity to internal states like a shifting heart rate or shallow breath. The brain misinterprets these natural fluctuations as a warning. Sensation triggers interpretation, interpretation triggers tension, and the body becomes crowded with signals that never fully settle. This intense vigilance is a powerful psychological adaptation forged in unpredictable childhood environments. In homes where moods shifted without warning, awareness was a survival tactic. Your nervous system learned to scan the room the moment you walked in, reading subtle shifts in tone to decide how to speak or whether to speak at all. You are carrying the residue of intelligence shaped by survival. Your adult nervous system is simply running outdated software, anticipating danger long after the original threat has passed. Peace comes from relieving the mind of the obligation to manage every signal it detects. You can see deeply without carrying the responsibility. Healing involves developing selective perception, the ability to notice subtle details without letting them lodge inside. You learn to recognize a shift without immediately reacting to it. You establish new internal rules. Not every silence is a message. Not every emotion requires a fix. Some understandings are meant to be held, not acted on or analyzed further. Treating perceptions as passing information allows the nervous system to relax. When you stop treating every perception as an urgent assignment, your mind finally learns it is safe to rest. Regulated awareness allows curiosity to replace fear. You reclaim your presence, experiencing moments without immediately stepping outside of them to check your reflection. Awareness without boundaries leads to suffering, but awareness with boundaries brings profound clarity. You still notice deeply, but you no longer cling to what you see.